Hello guys and welcome to another video. My name is Nazmuscatic and today we're taking a look at Windows 10 build 14936 I believe. The latest build was released today at the time of this recording, September 28th, 2016, and unfortunately this build doesn't have anything new that's visible, but I did promise you in my last video that I will cover a few things that I failed to cover due to a problem I was having in updating the apps, which I was able to resolve, but we'll talk about that in a bit. But first, let's take a look at what's new in this build. I'm at blogs.windows.com, and they have all the Windows blogs that you ever want from different teams and different departments. And one of the department is the Windows Experience blog, and from there you get Windows Insider notices. One of them is announcing Windows 10 Insider Preview Build 14936 for PCs and mobile. We'll talk about the mobile and God willing, inshallah, in another video, but this video is about PCs, so let's get started. So, first thing first. Here are some features that came in the previous build for Windows Insiders, but I wasn't able to show you guys because for some reason apps would fail when trying to update in the Windows Store. I was able to resolve this by restarting my PC, and I was able to update the apps. So let's talk about that. So the first new feature that was available last week, or end of last week, was the Feedback Hub. If I go to Feedback Hub right there, you'll notice that it's dark. Until now, I think for more than a year and a half since Windows 10, actually almost 2 years, since Windows 10 was available, the Feedback app was, I think, all is white. It didn't match your system color scheme. So I think November of 2014 was when Microsoft released the Windows Insider Hub, whatever. And I think the Feedback app was released near the same time as well. And since then, the app was always white. It was light. And when Microsoft released the dark mode in Windows 10 for PCs and Windows 10 for phones even earlier, it did not respect your system color choice, but now with that update it does. And you can see the app is dark, and there's also a new settings icon that is new with this update as well. Before that, there was no way to configuring your app settings. There was your user profile settings. You could see your profile and stats, but I think you would sign in and out as well. Maybe not, I don't know. But this settings is new, and this shows this gives you an option to go back to how it was, light theme, so you could see how it was before. This is how it was. You're stuck with this bright theme, which is a pain on the phone when you're using it at night. Everything's dark, and you open up the Feedback app, it's really bright in your eyes. So, but yeah, this has changed, and I could always have it dark, or you could match your system theme, which is the default option. I prefer that. That's how it is in Groove Music and movies and TVs. That's how it is in most apps in Windows 10 Mobile. But unfortunately, Microsoft Edge on Windows 10 for PCs, unfortunately, does not respect your system theme. It's always light by default. I wish it did respect your system theme. I really, really do. But now there you go. This app does. A lot of people have been asking. Microsoft does give a choice on per app basis about light and dark theme, and I think Microsoft's doing a good job with Edge on the PC at least. Groove Music, movies and TVs, Windows Feedback. So I think they should do it with more apps like Calculator, and I think they do it on Mail and Calendar too. But anyway, so the next update that I didn't get to show you is the Mail app. So not Mail apps. This app also, let's go. This app also brings you a dark theme. It's more noticeable on the phone, where the app bar is on the bottom. But if I skill this app, I can't do that. But if I was able in the past, but if I was able to skill the app and get the phone UI. But if it was small enough, I would be able to show you the phone UI. But anyway, I could show it on my Windows Phone video. But again, it's a dark theme. It used to be light. And again, if I go to settings, here, map theme, light and dark. Oh, there's a map theme. That's for the actual map itself. But app colors, you have the light, dark, and system colors. So light, again, you have to restart the app. This is how the maps app looked like for a long time. This is because it was a bright theme and very bright. Again, I'll switch back to my system theme. I prefer apps respecting that, I really do. And they also have, and you can see a dark theme. They also have a map color. This was there for a long time. This is useful when you're navigating at night. You need a darker colored map. I think on the phone it uses the time of your day to determine whether to give you a dark map or a light map. But yeah, there you go. So there you have it, Windows 10 Maps app. This was available in the last preview, but again, Just wanted to show you guys because I didn't get a chance to show you guys yesterday. But now here's some new extensions for Microsoft says that's available to try. Turn off the lights. Let's do that. This allows you to turn the rest of the web page dim while you're watching a video. So let's do that. Let's install this extension first, and then we will check out this this extension. It's back, so you can see it's now. Let's turn on the extension. There's some message. There's the settings page. So let's go to YouTube. Let's go to my channel, and let's just play a random video, and we would try the turn off the lights feature. So let's do that. Let's play my latest video here. Hope it loads at least. Microsoft Edge has really huge performance problems. But again, I'm going to use the turn off the lights feature, and nothing happens. So guys, oh, it worked. Okay, so it just took a time, but you can see everything but the video is bright, which is useful if you're in this view, right? It's very useful, very nice. I mean, I never used this in Chrome. I had this extension installed in Chrome for a while, but I haven't had this for a while. Oh, it's a different kind of dim now, which is interesting. It was dimmer before, right? So yeah, anyway, there's your turn off the light extension. Fun doing it over and over again, right? It's weird. But yeah, there you go, turn off the lights. Okay, so let's talk about something else that's new. Microsoft says authentication changes affecting connectivity to NAS devices, home file. Basically, if you're running a server and you have files in your network, you're going to have issues viewing your files unless you have your PC's network set to private or enterprise. So by default, your Windows 10 sets your wireless network to be public for security, but you have to manually change to private or enterprise. So for this to work, it's a bug in this build, but yeah, or maybe it's not a bug. I don't know. Maybe it's a feature. We'll know. Windows subsystem for Linux changes. This is important. We had a video on how to enable Bash, and if you are using Bash in a future update, Microsoft didn't say when. It says in a coming build. Microsoft will upgrade the Ubuntu installation that comes with the Bash feature in Windows 10 to the latest Ubuntu long-term LTS long-term support release. So the latest Ubuntu LTS release is 16.04, but Windows 10 is still running the previous LTS support release is 14.10 or 14.04. Trusty, they call it. The new Ubuntu LTS release is 16.04 Xenial, and Microsoft will be including that version of Ubuntu in the future installs. However, if you already have Bash installed, you're not going to be forced to upgrade, because unlike Windows, Linux are completely manual, so you're not forced to do anything. So the Ubuntu installation you have currently will stay unless you actually run an update command, which this existing instance of Trusty will not be updated automatically. Your user can update the Trusty image of Xenial by using the do-release-upgrade command. Full WSL release notes can be found here. But yeah, if you want to check which version of Ubuntu installation you have currently, just do on your Bash prompt. Just do this. When you see the $sign prompt, just type in lsb_release --a. This will give you the Ubuntu version. In this example, we have 14.04, the one that's currently included in Windows 10, the Trusty version, LTS. See Trusty. So if you have this version, you'll need to manually update it. If you haven't installed Bash yet and you install it later, and Microsoft updates their backend images, then you'll get the latest versions. And I don't think you could do anything about that back then. Once you have the update, I don't think you can downgrade, because the image of Ubuntu comes from the Windows Store, and you always get the latest version when you download it. So there's that. So other improvements and fixes: we fixed an issue causing narrator to continue to speak the progress of a song. So one of the problems with the previous build is the narrator would say the timestamp of a song, so you couldn't hear the song. Issue where the tab key to navigate the settings wouldn't work. That's fixed. Explorer.exe frequently crashing. I had that issue a while. I hope that's fixed. So they said it's fixed. I'll see if it's fixed or not. Now, known issues for PCs. This has been an issue for several builds already. Optional components may not work. So if it doesn't work, all you have to do is turn it off and turn it back on again. So there you go. Actually, no, you don't have to turn it off. I think it automatically gets turned off. So you just have to turn it on. I might have to restart your apps after that. Tencent apps and games. This is also an issue that was plaguing previous builds as well. Tencent apps and games will cause PC to blue screen. Running sfc/scan now is in an elevated command prompt will fail at 20%. And with an error that says could not perform the requested operations. Other improvements and fixes for mobile, we'll talk about that in my mobile video. Known issues for mobile. So another this is important, guys. If you're running an older build older than 14926, your PC has expired, will expire on October 1st. You have been getting a notification since September 15th, and if you don't update by October 1st, your PC will reboot every 3 hours. You don't want that. And worst case scenario, after October 15th, your PC will actually fail to boot. You don't want to get in that state because then you'll have to actually do a clean install by plugging in USB. That's a very bad state to be in. Do not let your PC go in that state. So upgrade your PCs before October 15th. Now, if you're on a stable branch like 14393, the Redstone 1 build of anniversary update RTM builds, you're fine. This is only for people on Redstone 2 builds. So if you're on the slow ring on release preview at this time, you're still on Redstone 1 builds, you're fine. So this is only for people running early versions of Redstone 2, you should update. So if you're not on build 14393, or if you're not on build 14926 or higher, you're in trouble. You need to update. Alright, so team updates, I've done some team updates. So guys, there you have it, Windows 10 for PCs, build 14936. We talked about the new features, the turn off the light extensions. There isn't anything else new. There's SMS right there, so if I go to Skype, I should see my SMSs. Yeah, so there you go. I have a missed call notification. This shows missed call notifications that I might get. So SMSs, you can see SMS. But yeah. Anyway. That's this build.